Welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It would really help the channel to spread around and to help other people to find the videos. So it seems as if my last video that I did on XLM has caused a little bit of an uproar. It seems as if people are not really understanding what I'm talking about when I say that XLM has to be $300 million to move $150 trillion. For those people that don't understand, the thing that you need to understand is that market cap does not matter when it comes to this stuff. I don't care what nobody else says. I don't care about what your favorite YouTuber might say, YouTube influencer, your favorite crypto influencer might say. They don't even understand the technology. This stuff is technology. It's not stock investments. They're digital assets that's going to be used to move money through the blockchain. There is no way the coins could be lower than the price that I'm saying, okay? The coins cannot be $1,000 or $5,000 to move trillions of dollars. It cannot. First of all, the supply would burn out. Because again, if you guys would just do the simplest thing, take a calculator and do 150 trillion and divide that by 300 million. You get a total of 500,000. Now that number that I'm giving you, the 150 trillion is the amount of money that they'll be moving per year. The 300 million is the amount that each coin will be. When you do the math, right? When you do the division, 150 trillion divided by 300 million, you get a number of 500,000. 500,000 is the amount of coins that you will need to use every year to move $150 trillion. That is a target number that they will target. Now, I'm telling you now, my math may be incorrect, but it's not incorrect that the coin is going to be lower. It could be incorrect because the coin needs to be higher than what I'm saying, believe it or not. It has to make sense. And a lot of you guys out here, guys and girls, who's doubting what I'm saying is because you're not thinking about it, because you don't even understand what you're holding. And if you think that $300 million a coin is a lot, you're bugging. Because when you compare that to 150 trillion, that is a little bit. It doesn't matter how much coins you have to use to move the money. $300 million per coin compared to $150 trillion, it's very small. Maybe you guys need to understand the enormous size that $150 trillion is, because maybe you don't understand that. We're not talking about 150 billion. We're not talking about 150 million. I'm talking about 150 trillion. That's a lot of money. There's no way the coins could be $1,000 or $5,000 to move that amount of money. And if that's what you think, then you're stupid. And you need to sell all your coins right now because you're dumb. You just don't understand what you're holding. Like, people always want to come on here and try to tell me I'm wrong because you're listening to these other jackasses talk about the coin. They don't know what they're talking about because they're telling you about market cap. This stuff has nothing to do with the market cap. Do you ever hear the creators of the coin talk about market cap? Do you ever hear the CEOs of these companies talk about market cap? No, because market cap don't matter. And if they talk about market cap, guess what they're doing? They're capping. They're lying to you right now. They're trying to mix you up because they want you studying the charts. They want you studying the market cap because they're going to get your dumb ass because you're sitting up there studying the damn charts. It has nothing to do with the charts. It has nothing to do with the market cap. It only has to do with the amount of money that they're going to move per year. That's the only thing that's going to determine the price of these coins. It's not determined by how much of us is buying. Like, retailers can't move shit. Y'all people need to go buy a clue. For all of the people who don't understand, go buy a fucking clue. Y'all are clueless. Any of these ISO 20022 coins, any of them that's going to be moving any type of value and that's going to be important to the financial system and to the system, period. Because it's not just the financial system, it's also the data system as well. And data is worth a lot of money. Again, stop looking at this shit like you're trading fucking Amazon stock and Apple stock. No, this is bigger than that. These coins are involved and connected to a blockchain that has to move value, store value. And y'all people think that this stuff is going to be $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. It ain't going to do nothing. The lower the coin is the less efficient the blockchain is. Why do y'all think that they're not really moving anything on the blockchain? Why do y'all think that Ripple has a private ledger? Because the price of the coin, the price of XRP on a private ledger is worth way more than what we see it. Because they have to use it to test it out. And the only reason why they don't have it public is because why? If they show the price of the coin, people are going to be selling. People are going to be trading. And right now, the banks that's trying to use the system right now to see how it works cannot afford for retailers to be trading those coins because they're going to be taking money out of the system, which is their money. They don't want to do that. That's why they have a private ledger. The private ledger is for them to do testing. It's actually a test net, but they call it a private ledger. But for all y'all idiots that's listening to all these other YouTube idiots who don't know not a goddamn thing, y'all sitting up here believing that. Like, what? Y'all people are bugging, man. If you don't know what you hold, get out of this game. Get out of this game. And this is another reason why I also have been preaching about not buying too much. Because you don't need a lot of this stuff. You don't need 50,000 and all of that. You don't need that. Anything more than 20,000, not 20,000, anything more than 10,000 on XRP or XLM, you overdoing it. And because you want to do more than 10,000, I know you don't know what you're holding. Because if you know what you're holding, then you will know I don't need over 10,000. That's just overdoing it. Like, y'all people are crazy, man. Y'all been brainwashed so much that when I'm out here telling y'all the truth and I'm breaking it down and I'm giving you the numbers and I'm showing you, you still are trying to tell me that I'm bugging. But you're not even sitting down and doing the math yourself. You're not even sitting down and really listening to what I'm saying and thinking about it and saying to yourself, you know what? Damn, he might be really onto something. I didn't even think about all of that. And then I have somebody that want to tell me about, they're not going to do an outlook of 10 years. What? Are you crazy? These people are, you're right, they're not going to do an outlook of 10 years because they already did an outlook of 100 years. What you think, they coming in to just, run this thing for 1 year? No, they're going to plan for 10 years. They already planned for 10 years. They planned for 10 years 10 years ago. Now, after that 10 years, they already started their plan for the next 10 years. And then they're going to have their plan for the next 10 years after that. And then so on and so forth. What you think, they're going to wait? These financial companies are not waiting. They're not going to be going week to week, month to month, year to year, and planning like that. No, because then they will fail. How they cannot come in to be the new system and not planning for 10 years. That makes no sense. A lot of this stuff is just really common sense. Like, what? These people did a business plan for 10 years. They knew what it needed. They knew what they needed to do for 10 years. Just like they know what they need to do for the next 10 years. They already know where they're going to be in the next 10 years. Like, that's the only way they're going to be able to hit those goals. That's the only way they could set their company up properly. Because they know what's coming. But the price of the coins are low right now because they're not moving the amount of money that they're due to move. Because if they were, the price of these coins will be crazy high right now. People's eyes will be falling out of their fucking head. Now, people are crazy, man. Got me pissed off right now. All I'm going to say is, again, XLM has to move $150 trillion a year, right? And that totals to be, when you take 150 trillion and you divide that by 365, right? 365 represents the days of the year. So 365, when you divide 150 trillion by that, you get over $410 billion that they move in per day. You tell me, how is the coin going to be anything less than $300 million for them to be able to handle all of that volume per day? Like, y'all do the math. At that price, at $300 million a coin, all they would use is 500,000 coins. That's a good number because, again, if a company builds on XLM blockchain, they have to hold XLM. So no, they're not going to be using all the coins. I don't give a fuck about what your favorite YouTuber influencer said. They're all dumb because they're watching the charts. They're not going to use all of the coins. They're only going to use a small portion of the coins, which, I said before, the percentage that they probably want to use is maybe something around 0.01% of the supply per year or 0.001% of the supply per year. That's probably the amount of coins that they want to use. They're not going to use 1% of the supply. They're not going to use 5% of the supply. And they're damn sure is not going to use 10% or 50% or even 100% of the supply. That will make no fucking sense. I'm out of here.